Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Today I'm getting into another Tower of God lore video, and this time I'm going to be touching on Urek Mazino. Yeah, you heard me. Urek Mazino, man. Ugh, okay, I like this guy. But nonetheless, let's go for Urek as part of the lore. Now, Urek Mazino is a rare case in the tower. He is one of the only other irregulars that we know who are active and within the tower. Now, here is everything you need to know about Urek as an individual. Urek is one of the founders of Ulayuk Song. And when I get into the next part of the discussion, even though I am talking about Urek, I'm actually going to use whatever we can reference in the tower to try and level up to how powerful he actually is, right? So this is as it goes, right? Urek Mazino is the fastest climb of the tower in all of the tower's history. He is the only person to have completed the climb of the tower as fast as he has. So that is one thing to note about Urek. The next thing to note about Urek is Urek Urek is also an irregular, just like the 13 warriors who originally entered the tower, Balm and Rachel. He is most probably in the same class as Enryu and Phantaminum. We know that he is chasing after Phantaminum to find a way to ascend beyond the tower and get up to the greater world, but we don't know much more than that, to be honest. Okay, sorry about that, the long pause. So, when it comes to irregulars, we just have to remember this here, right? Jahad and his group were the first to climb the tower. They had the hardest time getting up because there's no way that they got along with easy objectives to get to the next floor. They had to take the administrator's exams. And from what we gather, the administrator's exams are really, really tough. The only people who are a real match for the administrator's exams are irregulars, that's why they can take it. So let's go on with the next thing that you need to know about what happened as the climb went on and as people started joining in to become rankers and progress up the tower. Now, climbing the tower is a very difficult task, and the level that you achieve when you become a ranker is insane by comparison to the level that you achieve when you're on the bottom of the tower. The concentration of Shinsu is the strongest at the top and weakest at the bottom. It's like an open faucet. If you put your hand underwater, if you're too close to the source, it can push your hand down. And when you're at the lower level, it's a very light push. So because of this, you have to be stronger and stronger to climb up the tower. Easiest way to describe the level of power. Now, when it came to their original climb, Jahar and his companions took many years to go to where they went. Like the Hell Train, it took them many years to reach the Hell Train. The next irregular whose journey we have note of is Urek Mazino, and he climbed to the top of the tower the fastest. Right, that is his claim to fame as well. I think it took him 50 years to complete the climb of the tower, which says that he did it really fast. Now, faster than Urek currently on the climb is Balm. Balm has made it from the test floor to the 20th floor in 5 years, right? There was a 5-year gap. From the 20th floor to the workshop battle is another 3 years. So if you count that, that's 8. From the workshop battle to the Hell Train is another 2 years. So that's 10 years to reach the Hell Train. The Hell Train is a full year-long journey. So that's 11 years. We get back to the story after 5 years, that's 16 years to where we are in the tower. But if you're counting it, his climb to the Hell Train was unbelievably fast, right? Balm's climb was unbelievably fast. Urek may have reached there at around his 25th year because he kept training himself and getting himself ready at each point. But just counting that tells you what level Bam is going towards. Their progression up the tower is definitely a sign of how powerful they are. And yes, some people do get carried along up the tower, but Bam is definitely not being carried along up the tower. He's working with a very powerful team, and he's definitely crazy powerful. And the more powerful your team is, the better your training can be. That just goes to show what happened when Sweet and Sour trained with Kun. Kun raised their power levels quite a bit. They were actually capable of beating a very difficult team, making it to the workshop battle and actually competing against a team from Fud, who generally will sit dormant for hundreds or thousands of years till they are given an order. Right, so that's just a show of what type of power you're expecting from these irregulars. In terms of irregular powers, and irregulars actually were capable of matching or beating rankers, we only know of 3 100% guaranteed situations. The 13 warriors would not have had that opportunity. Urek Mazino is one. Who's the other again? I'm forgetting this name. Adori Jahad and Bam. Those are the only 3 regulars we know who could beat a ranker during their climb. Now, the reason why I say we know Urek could do it is Urek was stronger than Jahad on the data floor, undoubtedly, right? He was literally that powerful. He could upset the balance of that data floor anytime he wanted. Bam was a lot weaker when he entered in. Remember, Bam is being pushed a lot faster than he should be. He is well ahead of his climb, so far ahead that he shouldn't be there. And by the time he leaves the Hell Train, he has completed all of that training in a very short period of time. The next time we meet him at the Cage arc, he's gone so crazy powerful that without the help of the Thorn, or the Black March, or the Souls, he has the same power as a ranker. Actually greater power than a ranker. He's effortlessly beating rankers. We see him activate the Thorn to take out a high ranker from the Cage, which makes it even more phenomenal to think about it. He literally took out Gardo's legs, and Gardo is a high ranker. So yeah, that's the level that Bam is at already, and that tells you he's an entry-level high ranker, top 500 in the tower. That's where Bam stands in terms of full-out power. If he had to activate both Thorns, the Souls, that's where he stands. He's no small little regular. He's a beast. He's already making high ranker level. Adori was in a B class or A class when she finally beat a ranker, and because of that, she's so famous, and she's 6th in the tower. Urek is number 4 in the tower, and he was powerful enough to match Arye Han on the 100th floor. If Bam keeps up his current rate of development, just to compare him to Urek is going to be more powerful, and you won't be able to keep up this comparison for much longer. It's my suspicion that Bam is going to overtake him really, really soon. Okay, so what is the next thing for us to discuss when it comes to the monster called Urek Mazino? Well, the next thing of importance to discuss with Urek is going to be what he has done as far as note. So, Urek beating Arye Han's challenge is quite a good thing. Being the fastest climber is quite a good thing. Founding Mula Yuksong is also one of the crazy things. The wing tree symbol is a symbol of something that he did. Beating his hand on his chest, he compressed a forest into a box, and then he gave the box wings so that it could be carried around for his friend Bakery Yun. Now, that on its own is a feat of power that tells you how crazy powerful Urek is, right? The fact that he could just create wings for a box and make it fly says that he is insanely talented as well. Obviously, we don't know if Bam is going to get that powerful by the time he is a ranker. It's going to take a few years before he's at this crazy state. Obviously, we know Urek wasn't this powerful when he just finished his climb. He most probably was just at the level of Jahad at the time of his completion, and a few years later he most probably was crazy powerful. We don't even know if that's 100% correct. He might not even be at the same level of Jahad. He might even be bound by the rules of the tower. We don't know. We know that Urek has a possibility of killing Jahad. We don't know if it's guaranteed. So that's all that we do really know about him. But regardless of all of that, we don't know enough about Urek Mazino total. We only know his goal is to leave the tower and not stay in this tiny little world. And we know that he is willing to leave Jahad in possession of his tower and his kingdom, but he wants to continue climbing beyond. So he needs the 13-month series weapons, and he needs the rings from the princes of Jahad to the princes of the Red Light District to actually make his climb complete and reach the outside world. So he definitely is going to be somebody fighting for that goal. I'm not sure if it will go as smoothly as we think or will it go different. We also know that he's interested in Garam Jahad. We don't know whether he's going to get to or if he's going to fail at it, but that's just everything that we know about Urek. I hope that you all do enjoy. I'll catch you all in the next one, and next one should be the workshop followed by Maxeth, followed by the 13-month series, which is where I'm going to go, and then Ishul Eduardo. So let's see what we can do, and I hope that you all have a good day.